I got to play Thief VR ahead of its release, so here's what could make it the best stealth VR game yet, what still needs work, and at the end of this, I will break down who this game is really for. So last week, I flew out to San Francisco and got to meet up with a team that's creating Thief VR. Vertigo Games is publishing it, who also made Arizona Sunshine and Metro Awakening, and it's being developed by Maze Theory, who made the incredible VR Peaky Blinders game. And this is a big release because the Thief game series is huge, but its last release was over a decade ago. So I got to jump in and played 45 minutes of a first impressions preview, including the first 2 levels of the game. So what I noticed is the game is a true stealth game, meaning you have to actually be strategic about how you move around, take down enemies, and use items. You play as a new protagonist, Magpie, but there is a large presence by the longtime voice actor Steven Russell, who's been the main voice actor in most of the Thief games, but wasn't part of the 2014 Thief game, and there was so much pushback from fans, so it's super exciting to see him back in the mix. So I did notice the voice acting was great. Plus, some of the best moments that I found were taking out enemies from behind, hiding their bodies somewhere. The mechanics were just great, and I think that's because the dev team is clearly versed in VR game development. So things like climbing, grabbing objects, and locomotion felt really good, plus the graphics were phenomenal. Now, there was a few things that I felt like still needed a little bit of work, and granted, this is an early preview, but for instance, the enemies didn't always react or do the thing that I expected. I would shoot one with an arrow and they wouldn't respond until I had to shoot them again, or they would get stuck on a door, or they seemed to directly see me but not respond. Now, some of that might have been my issue where I was just learning the game mechanics, like when you're in the light or not in the light, you might be seen, so that might have been part of it. But overall, it seemed like it could still use some work. That being said, it was a very, very impressive game. Now, who is this game for? I would say it's someone who's looking for a highly polished solo VR game with quality writing, story, characters, and action. And plus, this game utilizes a lot of puzzles, so if you're into that, definitely a plus. So overall, I'm excited to see this game come out later this year, and if you want a full breakdown of my experience, I am posting a full-length YouTube video, so check that out.